Hello and welcome to the Nightmares of Future Past series. I'm your host and the game master, Lux Blackheart, and we were joined by the players Dark Tide and Shadow. There will be on and off characters throughout this season, which this season, season one, is called A Mad Dash. Episode 1, The Mad Scientist.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. To start everything off, the party is centered in Gotham City, where it is a nice, pleasant stay in one of the possibly worst cities to live in because it's Gotham, where our two heroes, Shadow and everyone's favorite Gloom and Gloom, Dark Tide, are having a nice, cheerful day doing their patrols when your communication comms for one another does have a slight buzzer alerting you guys to watch the news. Do you guys rush over to watch the news?
Are we near a like a Best Buy or something?
Where they have the TV stand stuff so
TV.
people can watch the news?
Yes.
Yes, because Gotham
Yeah.
City, even now in the modern day, still has setups like that.
Okay then.
All
Yes.
right, then we go there.
Yeah. As you guys speed over to the nearest one, which isn't very hard because you guys are fast because Dark Tide can fly, while Shadow can run as fast as most people. By most people, I mean speedsters. When you guys sit there, there is a slight crowd, which several of them do make room for you guys, as you guys are some of the local heroes, so they're just parting ways. And you make it just in time for a broadcast being hit by uh, everyone's favorite newscast program. Which can you guys guess on what program that is?
Oh,
Uh,
not right off the top.
Superman's favorite news channel.
Yeah, Daily Planet.
Yeah. Where uh, Lois Lane is doing her emergency report, and it starts with her stating, "Thank you for tuning in to this emergency. Earlier today, Dave following up on some reports of an individual going by the mad scientist, how generic, threatens to unleash his horrors upon the world and how the heroes cannot stop him. A couple hours later, several heroes reported that their abilities weren't working correctly. And as of 10 minutes ago, several heroes reported loss of powers, which led to several heroes having severe accidents, injuries, and general not being able to do anything. The full report on the heroes affected by this mysterious event has not gone public yet, except for the Justice League and several minor hero leagues are recalling as many of the heroes as possible to check on this. So if you are some of the heroes out there and you feel that for some weird reason you're not up to your ability standards, please contact the Justice League immediately. If your powers are still working, please contact the Justice League anyways, so that way you may aid them in this crisis. Please stay tuned for further reports as we update you. And as you guys are in the crowd, you can hear several people muttering about how they saw several of the random. I can't remember off the TED, off the top of my head, some of the other minor heroes in Gotham about how they saw like some of them they normally can get shot with no problem being rushed to the emergency room because they were shot and it was a problem. Another person says, uh, yeah, my aunt said she saw the Flash trip and fall and then had to call to have someone pick him up because apparently he couldn't run fast anymore. And another person goes, well, I hope Superman doesn't get affected by this because that would be a shame. What is it that the current duo of duoism do?
I'm not sure. There wasn't any clarifying information about what this is, or did I miss that part?
All that stated is a non-public list of heroes are having problems with their powers, and it did not state what the problem was, other than people are losing powers.
Okay, and it's a so it's a random city thing, and not more and less of a we can actually go to a specific location to start investigating type thing.
The only information on that is contact the Justice League because it's not just one area being affected. It's multiple cities have been
Okay.
hit with this thing, and the only current clue is a individual calling themselves the Mad Scientist.
Okay, where is
The closest Hall
do
of
we
Justice.
there's multiple? I thought there was one.
Uh, there's a lot throughout the entire United States. There's even some
Oh,
in other countries.
I thought there was like one main hall of justice,
Well, there's
like in Super.
the Hall of Justice, and then there's a Hall of Justice. There's the
Oh, so there's annexes.
yeah. So
So
there's a
those are like
bunch of
annexes.
them.
Okay, so yeah, where's the closest annex?
With your ability to fly and Shadow's ability to run, uh, it's less than like a minute away.
Okay.
Does
Shall we
in
go to the annex
yeah
and
does
find out how and find out how we may help? I need a better voice.
I guess we're gonna go pay a visit to the Batman.
Batman? No. No, not Batman. The annex.
Okay,
the
I'm
said
down. As
The Hall
long
of
as I don't
Justice.
have to see the Batman.
We I don't think Batman is there. I think he has other places to be.
I mean, we just heard that the Flash doesn't have powers right now, so it's
Batman could
probably
be
assumed that
sentenced.
he's panicking.
yeah, he probably
Um,
is panicking. Just if anyone you should worry about losing powers, it's a big leaguer like Flash.
but yes, to the annex.
Uh,
Let's go.
it you guys get there relatively quickly because her ability to run at Mach, dear God, and your ability to fly at is that a plane?
In a straight
Uh,
line. I can straight
well,
line.
you have to go up and over buildings.
Yes.
And because of her speed, she technically still beats you there.
Yes. Yes, I do. I
In
know.
6 seconds, I'm 8 miles away. You're like, I hate your speed sometimes.
Currently just standing in front of the building waiting for him to get there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I can
just
see you
yeah,
tapping your
yeah.
foot.
Well, after a moment, you eventually get there. Uh, get there. You can see that there
Took
is
you long enough.
I'm slow.
yeah, and in the fun way. Um, but you guys can see lots of news crews and stuff trying to get entry to obviously report and ask questions, and you can see several random heroes stopping from entry, uh, you don't immediately recognize any of them other than it's like, okay, those are nondescript league members because the league has thousands of people.
I walk up and try to talk to one of them.
He
Wait, are you walking up to a camera crew or
No,
oh,
to one of
one
the
of the
heroes up
yeah
top.
yeah yeah
okay.
I figured one of the heroes. Uh, he does at first go to do the hand stuff like, oh, you can't enter. Stops, looks at you for a moment, and goes, ah, non-league hero, how can I help you?
We
Um,
were we heard a broadcast saying come talk to Justice Leaguers to find out where this calamity is occurring or how to help.
Well, you can enter in the building, and it's go in entry hall there. At the receptionist, they'll ask you to sign in, and then from there we can possibly get you more answers. But now, quickly, before someone tries to sneak in with you, go and enter.
Entering.
enter.
You guys can see that is bustling with a bundle of different people, heroes, and support staff doing lots of stuff. Where you can easily make it to reception,
Okay.
where you have to wait a
Good.
moment because the receptionist does hold their hand up with their finger doing the whole wait thing. And after a
Yeah.
moment, the receptionist just goes, yes, how may I help you to?
We are here to sign up to help with the catastrophe.
Okay, can you get a clipboard with a pen? Put your names down, and uh, when I can get you in for more information, I will call your names up.
Yeah. Fill out the
Yeah.
fill out the paperwork. Whatever or put my name on the board and hand it to
Well,
Shadow.
it's mainly just put your hero name down.
Yeah. Okay. I'll write down my hero name and hand it to Shadow.
And I write down mine begrudgingly, but I write down mine.
You can usually hand it back, and the receptionist goes, please wait over there in a moment. We will, moment, I'll get you sorted out.
And because I am
Uh,
bored, I am floating
Do you really need to? Do you really feel the need to float?
2 inches off the ground. Yes, yes, I do. You run way too fast. I can annoy you by floating.
Lord, everyone is going to be staring at you.
Yeah, a lot of people
Then
do
they will
occasionally
know I
stop
won't
and
pay
stare.
you.
Like, why do you want to draw attention to us?
Uh, he wasn't loved as that much as a child.
He does have some
Trauma issues.
issues. Yes, he got traumatized.
I look at I look at him. I'm hungry. We should have grabbed food on the way here. I should have stopped and grabbed food because you took forever to fly over here anyway.
I fly as fast as I fly. You run at way too fast. You could have slowed down. You chose not to. This
I
is a you
should
problem.
have stopped and got food, but
You
then
could
I
have
would have had to stop and get you food as well.
you could have stopped and gotten food and got still made it to the annex before me. Why did you not think this through?
You know what? And I run off, grab food, and come back. And I'm like, I didn't get you anything because
Hey,
you wanted to catch an attitude.
Yeah,
you're
because of your speed, you can easily run, put it in order, come back, and then after a few moments, run, pick it up, and come back. And it says like,
and it's like you never left.
pretty much. And because it's funny, you can go. either go get somewhere from one of your favorite restaurants, or to be a little bit petty, get
You could
his
go to
favorite
Italy.
food.
You could
That's
go to Italy.
exactly what I do. I go and pick up his favorite food to eat and then eat it right in front of him and say, and you see, if you had been nice to me, you would have got some too.
I knew this game was going to be fun. But after a few minutes of you guys waiting, over the speakers, you can hear Dark Tide and Shadow. Please report to conference room A6.
Is there a is there directions or
Yeah, you.
Do
There's
we
a
just
screen that
want
shows it.
yeah, okay.
to
But I mean, we don't know where our conference room A6 is.
Well, I said that there's a directions to get
Oh,
there.
thumbs
okay.
up
Yeah,
on the
sure.
screen?
Yeah.
I will walk there.
Oh, you're actually gonna walk. You're not gonna
Yep.
float.
Nope.
I guess I will walk.
Yeah. Which seems like, oh dear God, this is forever. A 4 minute walk. Ah. Uh.
Why is it 4 minutes to get there?
Because you have to wade through a crowd of people.
Oh Lord. See,
If you were to use your super speed, then it wouldn't be a problem because you can wade through them a lot quicker. But because there's a bundle of people panicking and going all over the place, you kind of have to stop, go for a moment. It's also a big building, but you guys can easily make it into the conference room where you can go take take a seat. You can see that there is several other individuals there.
do we know any of these other individuals?
Uh, yes, you know of them. There is a uh, battle suit, or it's a power suit individual. That, despite his name, is actually a generally good guy, and he goes by Thief. Uh, no one knows why he likes to call himself Thief, other than the fact that he does. That is the wrong thing I pulled up. There is a, you guys are gonna find this funny, a individual that you guys recognize as Daredevil. Not Daredevil from the actual Marvel Daredevil, but it's a
Right.
person that does a bunch of random different stunts and stuff. That
Okay.
likes to go by that uh, name. And I apparently had the wrong stuff pulled up, because why would I have the correct stuff pulled up? Uh, the third and final individual at the table, uh, everyone calls Baker. You guys know her from the fact that she has commonly been known as the best superhero cook anyone could ever wish for, because she's apparently really good at cooking. And that's all that's really actually known about her.
She's a cook.
Yeah, it's
She's just a cook.
yeah, and her hero outfit resembles a baker.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm not kidding when I say that I'm just reusing past characters from people taking certain builds and running with it. I'm not kidding. So that these used to be former players.
That's fine.
Actual hero name and
Yeah.
costumes are what those players wanted. So a Daredevil wannabe, a I'm a cooler version of Iron Man, and I'm just a really good baker.
Right.
Okay.
Works for me.
Yeah. Uh,
I
then
look
after
down and I'm like, are we gonna start?
yeah. After a moment, uh, Nightwing enters the room. And he puts a bunch of folders down, one in front of everyone. And he also has a TV with a fancy clicker. And he goes, "Hello, everyone. We don't particularly have time for us to introduce ourselves properly, because I'm going to get you guys straight down to it. Earlier this morning, roughly around 6 o'clock, several news organizations and several hero groups got a video message from a new villain that's calling himself the Mad Scientist, which a lot of people didn't take him seriously because who calls himself that? His declaration that he will bring the world to an end in his own mad way, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. And then within a hour, superheroes started literally losing their powers. There is currently, at the moment, 50% of the global hero population is depowered. That includes heroes such as the Flash, as he's going through a list: Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, and multiple others. And there is no one connection that anyone can explain to why these individuals lost their powers, because, well, Wonder Woman is an Amazonian god, basically. Superman's an alien, and somehow someone stripped the speedster himself of the Speed Force. What we need you
Okay.
guys to do is going to sound relatively disturbing. Is in part of the lower section of Manhattan is one of the many signal sources that the mad scientist used. And you guys are going to need to be sent there to investigate it. Hopefully as a cohesive unit. But since not all of you have worked together before, we're not sure how well you guys are going to be able to last. As system develops, additional aid will be given as it becomes available, and occasionally heroes will need to be temporarily reassigned to take care of other problems while we sort this out. And at the moment, all I can really say is be careful. At any particular time, you feel less of yourself. That some of you are have actual powers, while some of you don't actually have real powers, as he looks at the thief in his power armor.
Yeah.
Because so far, the people that aren't being affected are people who are like me and like Thief, who use other skills and gadgets to do it. So if you're a gadgeteer, yay! There's a chance that you're not going to be affected by whatever's affecting everyone else. If you're not, well, please report any and all disturbances with your powers. And right as he goes to finish, a alert hits the room. He checks a tablet and goes, "Problem developed. Uh, in the area you need to go to. Apparently, a really big villainous person has popped up and started to cause problems. You guys need to go there and take care of it ASAP." please go, as you are handed a device that will tell you where you need to go.
Okay.
Do you both,
Um,
with great haste,
as fast
leave?
as I can get there, yes.
Yeah.
Which is not as fast as she can get there.
No, because she just takes off. Do you wait for anyone else, or do you just say screw it and get there first?
I'm gonna get there first and scout it out and see what's going on.
Okay, well, I'm just double checking certain things because I don't want to get the side characters. Boom. Well, this is funny. The thief doesn't have any speed powers, so they doesn't have any sort of flight uh
Does
or
anybody
anything.
need assistance getting to the site?
The thief would go, well, if you can carry me while you fly, that would be great. Uh, okay, I don't know why I did that. The baker goes, nope, I can fly, which is somewhat funny because the baker appears to have the same ability you have when writing. While Daredevil, just double checking there. Uh, Because again, I don't really want to get these characters too inaccurate. Uh, does go. I will be getting in my car and going. Um,
You're gonna.
so I'll get there when I get there.
Am I still there, or did I already run off?
You ran off.
Oh, okay.
Which
So
is
I'm not
somewhat
getting picked
funny
up yet.
because because of how far away it is and how long it's going to take them to technically enter the exit the building because they have to wade through people a little bit more than you have to. You get to the area. As you're scouting around, you can depict that there is a relatively large individual making a huge mess out of everything. By large, it is a 15-foot tall humanoid creature that seems to have weapons for hands, a few steam pipes coming out their back with pumping dark smoke, and a helmet, and it seems relatively menacing. By relative, I
Huh.
mean it's like literally like hits a car and it flips it. People are panicking and running, which leaves you plenty of time to actually run back and inform the group before they officially leave, because again, you are that fast.
I can do that. Alright, so I get back and I'm running up the stairs and stop just short of Dark Tide right as he's coming out of the building and say, "Okay, hold on. Don't go
You
anywhere yet." Whew. Okay, so we've got a 15-foot tall monster, weapons for hands instead of hands, with pipes coming out of his back. I watched him flip a car and send it flying across a field.
I can do that too.
Okay, it's
Uh,
not the point. You're not 15 foot tall,
No, no, I am not.
and you do not have weapons for hands and pipes coming out of your back.
He seems to be steampunk.
Vaguely, yes. So, how do you want to work this?
I will take you.
because I will get there again
Yes.
faster
Well,
than you can get out of the building.
you run
Uh,
circles around him, and I will bring the thief, and we will meet you there.
Daredevil
Okay.
goes, "Do you think you can carry me, almighty Shadow?"
Well, how much do you weigh? But I think
Uh,
I could try.
well, you have a strength of 2, which means you can carry 200 pounds.
Oh, okay.
So you
All
can
right. As
technically
long as
pick him
you
up.
can, I guess get on my back and we'll run.
He
I
goes,
just can't promise you're gonna be able to withstand the G forces.
uh, "Don't worry. If I vomit, I won't do it on you."
Um, I will go up into the air and then um, reach down, uh, grab a hold, and basically grab his arms and
Yeah, the thief
clap.
does like, "Let's do this."
Yeah, grab his grab his forearms, and so he can grab mine, so we can like
Yeah,
keep him from falling and go at 60 miles an hour.
yeah.
Here we go.
You do
You
notice
know.
as you're holding on to Appearance hands that on one of the arms there does look to be a submachine gun.
Oh well, okay.
Uh, and uh, the baker is able to fly with you. Uh, but the almighty Daredevil and Shadow get to the scene first, where you're able to get to where this person is, and you see lots of more carnage, bunch of more flipped over, tossed, and wrecked vehicles. Uh, and the big monster does stop and look at both you and Shadow. And for the moment, it's going to be an initiative check. You have a plus 16. Uh, yep, just boom.
And
The
I have
Daredevil only has a 1.
oh, it's
Right now, Dark Tide, don't you're not there yet, so you don't have to roll at the moment.
right.
Well, there's the monster.
Okay. Uh, what do I type for this?
Exclamation point R space D20 plus 10.
Well, she has a plus 16.
Oh, plus 16. No. Um, yeah, so exclamation point R space D20 plus 16.
See,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Dice
see,
Spot
you
is
got
trying
a
to kill us
3
again.
and you got a 19. Well, you say that, but despite the fact the monster, I actually need to double check its modifiers because that's one thing I forgot to check before rolling. What is your modifier? It has a plus 6 modifier, which means it didn't actually get an 18. It got a 24 because I just didn't add the 6 yet because I didn't double check because I'm stupid. The monster in question, does it have the right attribute to pull this off? Uh, yes. Uh, it's going to. I'm gonna just roll a d20 to see if it's going to who's going to attack. Odd, it's going to be you. Even, it's going to be Daredevil. And it got a 1, so it's going to be you. I don't need a capital R. It's going to run up and attempt to smack you with its physical attack, which is a plus 10. So you Get to roll a d20 plus 15. There's a strong chance you dodge this.
Not a capital, not. Come on, phone, work with me here.
You're having the same problem some of us have. Put it in the wrong thing.
Oh, it
You,
didn't work. Hold on.
you, the exclamation mark.
I forgot.
Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah, you straight up. It's like it swings, and you just practically just like you know how in the shows it just like shows the bad guy swing and Flash just kind of just like steps to the side and it completely misses. Like, are you sure you were trying to hit me and not the thin air? It now goes to your turn to where you can use your own attack, uh, which you can swing at it and then move away if you want. And the question is, are you going to multi-attack it?
Yes.
Roll d20 with a plus 10. It has a parry of 9.
Come on. Okay.
Okay, please roll high. This I got a good result.
A D20 plus 10.
Yep.
Nope.
Uh, but you still move away from it, correct?
Yes.
So you do your swing, it manages to dodge. Uh, boom.
And then
What you see
whoosh.
Daredevil do is as a standard action, he activates an ability that turns him into a shadow as he moves into its shadow, which is his move action to move to there, and then his activation of the power, which then it puts it to the monster's turn. And I have to actually double check. This has been a while since I've had to utilize, and I hate this mouse so very much. No, I don't need skills. This is somewhat funny. It gets a plus 10 to hit. I'm gonna go ahead and just do that to make it boom. Uh, and what you notice is, because this is funny, uh, Daredevil does not dodge the attack. He willfully does not dodge it. And as a response, uh, It's kind of funny because of his insubstantial 3. He's automatically immune to physical attacks. Well,
Oh.
physical damage. So you, out of the random pool, you got lucky with a new friend, which is somewhat funny. Your shadow, he uses shadow powers, but part of his powers is relies on him getting hit. Uh, which the creature has to make. Well, actually, I want to double check here. There's some of this stuff is okay. 9. Okay, that this works because it's damage rate that. Where's that? Okay, never mind. The creature gets a uh. You're going to laugh when you see this modifier. It actually with that managed to actually fail the check. Because it's a DC 20 effect. So it hits and actually takes some damage, putting it to Shadow's turn. Do you attempt
I'm
to
not
smack
gonna
it again?
multi attack this time. I'm just gonna swing at it and then run.
That's still a plus 10, which he has a plus 9 to his parry, and it's of course rolling good now for it. Come on, get a 10 or higher. Get a 10 or higher. You smack it,
There.
which, as you hit it, you're able to discover one of this bad guy's powers. Because as you hit, you realize your punch doesn't do anything, implying he has some sort of impervious to certain ranks of effect. So you discovered a uh, great power. Well, not great power, but effective power.
Lovely.
Yeah, and
Up at the sky and try and see if Dark Tide is anywhere near us at this point.
uh, you can see him approach, him and Baker approaching. They'll be here in one more turn.
So they can't hear me either if I start screaming, can they?
If you run underneath them and start screaming, yes. Which you can use your move action to get away from it to get under them and start screaming at them.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back, or I'm gonna run back towards wherever they are up in the sky, and I'm gonna go. He can't take physical damage.
Um, can I hear her yelling?
Yes, because you have a perception of 10. You have an actual good chance of hearing her. So, here it's kind of a vague thing. Which, yeah, you can hear her yelling about how you can't take
Oh,
damage.
um,
And what Thief will tell you, because he actually has a sensory power, which is
right.
ultra hearing. He goes, she said something about him being immune to damage, which probably means we're dealing with someone with some form of imperviousness.
Oh,
Yeah,
it will feel my wrath regardless.
yeah. What the creature does, because it goes back to its turn, is, as I almost put in the wrong. number. Oh yeah, it does. I almost gave it an extra bonus it wasn't supposed to have. It swings at Daredevil and hits Daredevil,
Oh, I
but
did leave him. Oh,
Yeah, you did.
yeah, but because it already failed one of the damage effects, does his damage effect does enough damage to trigger it? It's now out of that modifier, which it managed to pass, so it didn't take any further damage, and uh, Daredevil was kind of like, I'm all by myself. Don't
I'm
want to
sorry. I
be
forgot.
all myself. Um,
So lonely, so
yeah.
lonely.
Which then puts it back to your turn, Shadow, where you can run up and punch at him. I'm going to recommend you use your multi attack for one main reason is if you get a big if you manage to get a big enough difference, you can actually damage him.
Okay, I will try it.
Uh because if you can get a 11 or more difference, which is actually possible between the attacks unless I roll really really high, uh you still have a chance of damaging him. It's still there. It's not huge, but it's there.
Is this plus 10 or plus 15?
Plus 10.
Dang it.
When I say this, I've made that same air. I'm not kidding. In past games, so has Dark Tide and several other people have made the clerical air of
I've even nope. You need to put a space
yeah.
in
The
between R
space
and D.
needs to be between the two. I think this. I think us doing the die rolls is probably the funniest part about this entire thing.
No, exclamation point. The R needs to be next to the exclamation point.
Okay, so no space in between the R.
Correct. There you go.
It
Uh,
didn't work.
You got to retype it.
it probably yeah. It's probably
Okay,
gonna want you to reach it. Ah, see
let's
there.
retry.
Um, okay. At this moment, the three new combatants are joining the fight. So we have
Where do you want to be? Let's go.
okay. You're so far you're going first. Uh, the thief just says drop me.
I let go.
Because he actually has a protection thing there, so you're not high enough up for him to care.
Right. I let go
Uh,
and draw my sword and advance and fly around back of
well,
the
it's not.
monster.
I can give you the dropping thing, but
I mean,
right now you
that's what I'm.
yeah.
I have move by
Okay,
move
move by
move by
action.
move by action. So,
Well, because it's
um,
officially not your turn yet, uh, I can only give
right.
you the free action at the moment, not the full action. And this is actually funny.
Plus 10. Lux.
Um, double checking just your initiative is plus 6. Looks like you're
It's
going last.
the dice spot is after me.
It wants you to start again. Which it goes
Wants
to
me to
the
start first.
top. The bad guy is still focused on Daredevil on yeah, Daredevil, which does hit, but because it's physical, it does no damage, and he passed the DC. It goes to Shadow. It is your turn. You want to punch him again?
Yes, I do. Let me get that roll again.
Yeah, come on. Come on, hit. Get in at 20. Get in at 20. Get in at
I
20. Get
can
in at 20.
try. I
Wow,
got
the dice
19.
bot really doesn't want you guys to defeat this guy. This is it's like
No,
rolling.
it does not.
It says like I want to roll high for the bad guy, but then low for the entire hero team. What Shadow is going to well Shadow High Shadow. What Daredevil is going to attempt to do is use his damage effect, which why is that not?
Shut up, cat.
No, yeah, he's going to use oh there it is. It's a plus 10.
Ah,
Okay, the
oops.
bad guy has a plus 9 to dodge, and he has a plus 10 to hit. And Ty does go to defender, so he missed. Uh, the thief goes next. The thief using his ranged attack is going to put his point his gun and shoot at him, which this is somewhat funny. There's this to hit, and this is a ranged attack, so the bad guy has a different dodge modifier. Ty goes defender again. Because apparently the dice gods do not want anyone to hit.
Especially me. Watch.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
the first two.
well, Baker goes next, and Baker, while
What is she
flying,
swinging with?
she's not swinging.
Right hand?
She's somewhat moving her hand slightly, and a lightning bolt comes out of her hand.
Oh, okay.
There's her to hit.
Wasn't expecting that.
There's his dodge, and she completely missed. The Baker has missed. So Baker's like, ah,
Yeah.
bloody hell. Uh, this fight has just gotten funnier and funnier. Now with your sword, remember you have multiple attack options. You have your normal attack, your defensive accurate attack, uh, so you become harder to hit. Your defensive power attack, which I don't recommend right now because you have their chances of hitting
No.
go down. Or
Power
normal power
accurate is what
attack.
I
The what?
power accurate.
Uh, uh, yeah, power. You have to remember, power accurate don't go together because they counteract each other's.
Oh. Oh.
That's why there's defensive accurate attack, which lowers the damage effect to increase your
Is
defense.
power defensive a thing?
Um, excuse me, defensive power attack. You have a +0 to hit,
Right.
but it increases the DC. If you want to risk it,
I
then
will
yay.
just no. I'll just accurately attack him.
Do an accurate attack.
Yep.
Are you? Oh wait, you have penetrating 5, so yes. Roll with your +15, please. Says accurate attack. You managed to score a hit. Your accurate attack has a DC 20, but because of penetration, it actually hits. And this mouse is really making this funny. Not funny, but hard. Uh, it still has 1 damage on it, so it has that. You managed to score no damage because it has a high toughness rating. It's easy to hit, but hard to do damage to. It goes back to the top. It is going to
The
stop.
dice gods
Yeah,
do not want us to hit this thing.
pretty much. It does not want you guys to score a hit. What it is going to do is it's going to try to smack you, Almighty Dark Side or
Dark
Dark
side.
Tide.
If I was dark side, this game would be
You have
dead.
a +10 to your dodge, so let's hopefully it misses. You have to get a 14 or higher. Well, technically, Tide goes to defender, so if you get a 13 or higher, you... I spoke too soon. You've been smacked by it. Um, and this is where the problem starts. You need to roll your toughness, which is a 10. Please roll high. Please roll high.
Dice spots out to get me in all games.
Yet, uh, yes, it is. And if you give me 1 moment, I can uh you know how you go to a page just you haven't had to look at it for a while and then it takes you to the wrong location.
No.
Okay,
I already put it in.
that is the DC you have to beat. You got a 13. Uh yeah, I got bad news.
I'm unconscious.
The DC was a 32.
Oh, spectacular. I failed
Uh
so hard I'm unconscious.
yeah, you have a 19 difference, which is which is within 5 up to 10 up to with his fourth degree of failure, which means uh you your brain doesn't want to work. Your toughness drops by 1, you are dazed, staggered, and incapacitated. So for the moment, you're knocked unconscious.
I figured.
Which everyone sees it, just pretty much just backhand him, smacking him, knocking him to the ground, completely unconscious, because the dice gods do not want to favor you today.
When do they ever want to favor me?
Because it
Oh
wants you to
wait, not
suffer.
combat.
Non-combat, yes, combat, suffer. Uh, because of dice rolls, Shadow, you are able to see that your friend and compadre Darktide is on the ground unconscious. You can move in and pull him out of combat and get him somewhere safe, or get angry and do your multi punch on this bad guy, hoping that he proves to be hittable this time. Because again, the dice gods don't want you guys to pass.
So I'm gonna look down, see him on the floor, run up, punch him, and then take off, grab Dark Tide, and bucket.
uh,
Can I do that?
you can move up and punch and move away because you have the actions to do that, but I cannot permit you
But
to
I
pick
can't
him up.
book.
I it's either
Okay.
swing or pick up Dark Tide.
All right. I'm gonna pick him up and just book it.
Just get him the hell out of Dodge.
Yes.
Dark Tide, you have been saved. Uh,
I'm gonna leave the other two. I'm like, it's on you. I'm taking him and fixing him.
okay. This becomes an official question. Uh, Because again, getting him to safety easy because you can take him miles away, and you stay there until you can get him to be conscious, or just leave him somewhere safe and return to combat.
Oh, do I leave the other two or do
Well,
I go
there's three
help
of them.
the other or three of them?
Yeah, because there's thief, uh, daredevil, and Baker.
Can I get him semi-conscious by giving him maybe like a small health boost and
Uh,
ask him what I can do?
I can permit you to do a treatment roll.
Okay.
To first depending on what you get, depends on if you can actually immediately get him up. Because first there's diagnosing, then providing care, which I'm double checking what one stabilize. He's not dying, so you don't need to stabilize him. I'm just going to give that to you.
Okay. Would that be a medicine check?
No, it'll be a treat injury. Because your medicine check, I can tell you, you know he's not dying. As a give me, but you have to do a diagnosis check first.
Yeah, that'd be a D20 plus one.
Diagnosing is not a high DC, so there is a good chance you pass it.
Do I have any pluses or is it just a D20 roll?
I'm double checking for that particular trait.
Oh, okay.
Right now, uh, it's just a D20 roll right now. If you manage to beat a 10, then when you go to do the excuse me, when you go to provide him with care to wake him up, you'll get additional +2.
Okay. Here we
So
go.
it's a two-step process. And Dark Tide is a has to run and use the bathroom real quick.
I got a 10.
Um, I feel like not being an ass, so I'm gonna give it to you. You're able to fully diagnose him. He's not
Okay.
he's not dead or dying, but he is definitely been concussed. So you can do a uh you can provide him with care to get him to be up. It will take a tiny bit of time to properly give him that care, but you can do it if you want.
Let's do it.
With this particular one, you do have a +2 because you did pass the diagnosis check.
Okay. Let's see.
Yes. Diagnose me with a concussion.
I already did.
Okay. I don't think superheroes have a concussion protocol.
+2. Dang
Nope.
it. These dice rolls. I got a 16.
Okay, let me double check on the time scale. Which because you're just trying to get him up, I will.
Conscious.
Um, because he is technically incapacitated. After about 10 minutes, you're able to get him awake.
I'm
Which,
shaking him until he wakes up.
um, Dark Tide, you wake up to being shaken by Shadow.
Is this super speed shaking or normal shaking?
Super speed.
Whiplash much?
You're the one that went unconscious.
I'm not gonna have you roll for being whiplashed. Knowing how the dice spot's going today, that will turn out very, very humorous for those who decide to watch this. Uh, but as you,
No.
okay, go ahead, speak.
Oh, no, if you were talking, go ahead.
Uh, well, Dark Tide, you're able to come to by being shook like a margarita. Shake, shake,
Uh-huh.
shake, Sonora. Uh, you are able to tell that you are not where the fight was taking place, and you do
Uh-huh.
somewhat feel like you've been hit by a semi.
Did we get the did we get the name of the semi that attacked me? Name, license plate number, markings of distinguishing types. Where are we?
Well, I watched you go unconscious and I grabbed you and I ran.
That was very kind of you. I still do not know where we are.
Some back
Well,
alley.
we are currently
Like,
8 miles away from the fight.
uh, we should go back to the fight.
You just got conscious again. You really want to go back in there again?
Yes, I am a superhero. It is what we do.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. What can we do to this monster when we can't damage him?
Continue to chip away
All
until
right, you want me to run you back or you going to fly?
you are faster.
Okay. I take off running with Dark Tide on my back.
Yeah. Uh, you are able to get there relatively quickly. With the only thing to note that, like I said, it took 10 minutes for you to actually get him to come up. When you get there, you can see that the area does look quite beat up. You can see that Daredevil is back to his normal, non-shadowy form. and he seems to be attempting to do a treatment check on the baker, who seems to be unconscious with lots of blood. You can see that the thief, his suit does look like it has a lot of damage, but he is currently looks like he's trying to figure out how to contain the monster, who seems to be unconscious on the ground. And the thief then looks in your guys' direction and says, "It's about damn time you two showed back up. Quick, get me,
I
help me find something to bind this monstrosity before it wakes up."
how did you put it unconscious?
Stun rounds. I kept shooting till it finally collapsed.
Good thinking. Um, what is around that can be
Uh,
used as bindings?
you could technically use a phone pole. You have the
Oh,
physical
yeah, okay,
strength to
then
do it.
yeah, I will grab a or yeah, I'll grab a metal pole and put the turn the monster over on its back and um or even better yet, wrap the pole tightly around its arms and pin them
And
to its
torso, so you
side.
can, yeah, pin it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
the
take you
superhero way.
that that long. While he's doing this, Shadow, do you want to do a treat injury check to aid Daredevil in its attempts to save the Baker?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Uh,
So is that a regular D20 or is that
he
plus
shares with
anything?
you his diagnosis of the injuries, therefore you get the +2. And he is thankful for your aiding in this. Because he's like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I hurt
All
I
right.
have
Calm down,
I
calm
have
down.
hurting things.
Plus two. Let's see if the dice gods are nice. Dang it. Thought I typed that one right. The R's messed up.
Don't worry, we're just gonna blame Dark Tide. I like the fact that the dice bot is actually rolling good for out of combat stuff. No, it takes you and Daredevil a few minutes, but you're able to stabilize the Baker enough to be safely moved. You can tell that she suffered critical injuries. Pretty much, she almost got gutted. So, and she does look like she took multiple other hard hits before the final one that KO'd her. Uh, and after a moment, the thief does report that he already contacted the Hall of Justice, and he says that I plan on dragging this thing there. So, you Dark Tide, if you want to pick this heavy thing up and help me, that would be much appreciated. Does This thing does weigh a lot, but I'm pretty sure you can pick this up.
What am I picking up? The
Yeah,
monstrosity?
yeah, the
Oh yeah.
15-foot monstrosity.
Where are we taking it?
To the Hall of Justice. They have a
Oh
prison
yeah,
cell there
sure.
for it.
Okay. Well then, yeah. Wait, the annex or the Hall of Justice?
The annex you went to.
Okay.
Uh,
It will
Daredevil.
take me
It yeah
several minutes.
yeah it'll take you a while to fly there to it. Well, not fly because you're trying to carry something heavy, so you can't really fly with this guy. You can walk with it, but because it's size and weight, you can't fly with it
Oh, that's
yet.
fine.
Anyways, uh,
Yet.
Daredevil does ask you, Almighty Shadow, if you can help him carry the baker back to the HQ so that you guys can get her some proper medical.
I look at Daredevil and say, would it be faster if I just ran her there?
Yes, I'll meet you back there. I don't care about walking. I'd rather her get there safely. You
All
got
right,
this. I
then
believe in you.
I pick up the baker. I look at Dark Tide and say, I'll be back. And I run her to wherever I'm going.
It's the same place, but you run it Mont
Oh, okay.
Jesus, so you can easily get there. Get there
All right,
with
so I'll run all the way back to the annex of the baker, drop her off in the med bay, and say, she needs help. And then I take off running right back over to where everybody is and say, okay, now what? What else do we need?
just to drag this really heavy big person back to the annex.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
Uh, Just you guys, unfortunately, can't go at your fastest movement with it. It does take you quite a bit of time to get back to uh, where you need to go. Where your several other random heroes to show up to take you to one of the back entrances, so you don't have to go through the crowd of people. Even though, no, you were followed by camera crews asking a bunch of random questions, taking pictures and stuff, which is one of the reasons
Respect
why.
our privacy.
It's like, no, this
No
is
questions,
news.
please. And I'm not answering a single one of your questions. So stop asking.
Yeah. Uh,
No comment.
yeah, but after a while, you guys are able to get it to a cell in one of the sub basements to the annex, which you guys are like, I didn't know this place had basements, levels.
Exactly.
Uh, you guys are given a break before you're called into a conference room where you can find Nightwing waiting for you.
Oh,
Well, hello.
Where he
it
goes,
is an honor to meet
yeah,
the
for
Nightwing.
he's like, yeah, proper. Yeah, sorry for no proper introductions. Uh, I got good news, bad news, and news. Good news is the baker will pull through. Uh, she's just gonna be on bed rest for a while. Uh, Bad news is I had to send out the other two relatively immediately to handle some other problems. Uh, some news. What we can figure out from the entity you fought is there's more than one, and not all of the hero groups that were sent to deal with them fared as well as you guys did. So you guys kind of got lucky. So we're actually down multiple heroes because not everyone's geared to properly handle a big threat like this. So I'm happy that out of your five-man team, only one of you actually got injured. Injured, even though I prefer no one get injured.
It
Uh,
knocked me out.
yeah. Well, you're not in ICU right now, so I am actually
This,
quite happy. At this
this is true.
point, he puts two comm badges on the table. He goes, you guys have two options. Option A, take the comm badge and become temporary leaguers. or go back to wherever your hangout is and wait for us to contact you if we need you for any more support while you try to handle this by yourself. So take it on by yourself or be join the league and get potential aid from us, because we may be able to get you a more permanent teammates.
I am thinking that I am going to be unable to take this deal with any of these crises by myself, or even with one or two other heroes. And he picks up the combat.
Okay, Shadow had to go
It's
AFK
a
for a
combat,
moment.
right? It's a badge thing where you can put it on your clothing.
Yes, it works as a communicator plus beacon locator.
Oh, good. He's gonna put it on his sleeve so he can act like he's Secret Service.
Secret Service?
Of course you do.
I love that response. Of course you do.
Shadow's gonna begrudgingly grab the communicator and slide it into her pocket.
Uh, you guys can go ahead and take the rest of the day off. I will be in touch to make sure you guys uh get more information and resources as they become available. Once we're able to assign you a more permanent uh group members, we will. Thank you for today's help. Thank you for accepting our offer. And we will definitely be in touch.
I look over and ask, so did we literally just sign up to be a part of the Justice League?
I, he said temporary, which I am good with temporary. I'm not sure I actually want to join permanently.
Sick.
But for now, we have access to help from other people from just the Justice League and their resources, I believe.
I guess we'll do it temporarily, but I'm not joining for real.
I
Nightwing
wasn't.
does go. I perfectly understand. I still thank you for your aid.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I believe I will. We will see you eventually again.
Most likely tomorrow,
That is eventually again. And he
eventually.
will turn around and walk out.
I follow.
You guys go back to your secret hideout.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it.
Yep.
As secret as we can get it.
It's our
Uh,
little clubhouse.
it's some kid's treehouse in the back of his yard.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
It's like we
Yes.
can't afford a real
As,
clubhouse, so we're borrowing someone else's. You switch
it
every other weekend.
has keep out, no girls allowed. Some
uh,
10-year-old kids,
because your speed
10-year-old
powers, you're
boys.
able to just constantly switch between tree houses. Um, it's like, oh, are those kids coming to play in the treehouse? You guys just up and disappear, and the kids are like, "What was that?" You guys are like, "Nothing." It's like you know where all they keep the hidden snacks and stuff because like
It's hungry work being in a
it's
treehouse.
yeah, yes it is. It's hungry work.
Yes.
Uh, but at this particular point, We will be calling the first episode to a close. Did you guys' first interactions with a fight? Which I will point out, the fights will get easier because that monstrosity is not going to be a consistent bad guy you're going to constantly fight. It's just going to be an
Good.
Okay.
occasional fight. Because when you guys are able to catch the news, there is other monsters that have appeared that are a lot easier to fight.
I'm okay
Uh,
with it.
Find out that they're easier.
but for those who are watching the first episode of Nightmares of Future Past, thank you for watching. It's been our pleasure to entertain you. Remember to like and subscribe.